Okay, hi, welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Eraldo, a show dedicated to helping you live a longer and healthier life while giving you the inside scoop on all of the latest fitness, health, and lifestyle trends. And of course, having fun while doing it. So let's get to it. My first guest has always been passionate about science and health. She's a biochemist turned naturopathic physician and the author of Unzip Your Gene, 5 Choices to Reveal a Radically Radiant You. Welcome, Dr. Jennifer Stagg.
Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Stagg. How are you?
I'm great.
So I hear you had a long commute, didn't you, to come
a little
here?
Bit.
A little
yeah,
bit, right?
A little bit.
But
yeah.
you're here, though. So
yeah. That's what matters.
That's what matters, right? Naturopathic physician. Can you tell us what that is?
Sure. So it's a separate type of training program that it's a postgraduate program. So naturopathic doctors are trained similarly to a medical doctor or even an osteopathic doctor.
Right.
So we just go to a separate type of medical school, and then we're licensed to practice medicine under naturopathic.
Beautiful. And what is an integrative medicine then? What is
so
that?
Integrative medicine is more of a broad term used to describe multiple different specialties that practice natural medicine combining the best of both worlds, I would say. So naturopaths would fall in that category. There are medical doctors that fall in that category now, chiropractors, acupuncturists.
They're all into integrative medicine,
could be
right?
considered integrative medicine doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that before the show we talked about gene testing. So I know that you brought a little kit with you here.
Yeah.
Do you want to show our audience basically what is gene testing?
Sure. So gene testing is really has really grown over the last couple of years. It's widely available.
Okay.
It's as simple as a what used to be even called a spit test. You
Right. Yeah. I had to spit in it. I've
So
done lots of those, yeah.
now we actually have these little tubes that we use, and we just basically get a cheek
swab or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can even do that at home. So
Okay.
that's as simple as it is to get the testing that you need to understand more about your genes.
And these are sent into a specific lab or something?
Yeah, so there are a lot of labs that are doing
Okay.
gene testing now. That whole area is really on the rise.
Right.
And so this particular lab that we use for the gene testing that I talk about in my book is in...
Which is right here, guys, by the way, as you can see.
in
Beautiful.
Southern California.
But I understand because I train with a lot of people, and I hear a lot on the internet about the gene testing, how a lot of programs can reflect off the gene results, so to
Yes.
speak. Is that something that it's happening right now?
Yeah, that's correct. So the type of gene testing that I'm talking about is different than if someone had like gene testing for breast cancer genes that dictate real, like serious disease risk. This type of gene testing is more about actionable genes that you can make lifestyle changes once you have that information.
So I can buy the results from then. I can do a program for each one of them, right?
Exactly. So a lot of these companies will have a very detailed report that could give you information about should you drink, is coffee okay for you to drink? Would it have health consequences?
I hope it is, because I drink a lot of that.
So it depends. It really depends.
Okay.
So for some people it can be, it could actually be health promoting. For some people it may not be the best choice. But even we can learn as much as what type of diet might be right for you. So this is what we call a DNA matching diet. So that would mean I could learn like your macros, right? So protein, fat, and carbohydrate.
Correct.
Some people need to be on a really low fat diet, so like 20% fat, and some people do better with more of a Mediterranean style diet.
Which brings up my next question, which is a lot of food labels. A lot of people, when they buy products from the supermarket, they neglect to read the food label. How important is it to read those food labels?
It is really important to understand what you're eating, especially when you're like looking at a package, right? So if you're looking at Whole Foods, you're shopping on the perimeter, you don't need to do as much label reading, but obviously once you get into packaged foods, then it really does matter. You want to look at the actual ingredients. You also do want to look at fat, carbohydrate, how much fiber is in that food, because just carbs alone doesn't tell the whole story.
I mean, what I like to look at sometimes, what I tell people is the sodium content in there, for example, which a lot of people tend to neglect. The sugar content, which is also very important. And you need to have fiber in the system. I talk a lot about my clients about the importance of having a lot of fiber, because it flushes your system out.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but one thing that I wanted to discuss with you, in the book, you said there's 5 choices to to reveal a radiant you.
Yes.
What are those 5 choices?
Okay, so we break it down in a number of different categories, and some of it, the bulk of it is gene testing that has to do with our human genes. And then one of those tests is about the microbiome. So
Okay.
you can actually do gene testing on your gut bacteria. So that's one of those.
Okay.
The second one is diet.
Okay.
The third is exercise.
Yes, that's me.
okay. The fourth is vitamins, and the fifth would be basically like your behavioral choices. So we can even learn from our genes now
Okay.
what our relationship with food really is,
Right.
and then make recommendations for people about like what you should do about it.
Okay, so the phrase "you are what you eat,"
Yes.
is it true?
For the most part.
For the most part it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, diet is really important.
Right.
Exercise, probably close to equally important.
Right.
And then what I would often say is underlooked is kind of like stress in your mindset. And so people will come in to me and they're seemingly doing everything right. And then what I often call the elephant in the room is like, how are you dealing with stress, right? So they're exercising, they're eating healthy, but they are not dealing with the stress in their life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Stagg,
You're
for being here.
welcome.
Appreciate it. Success with the book.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Okay, guys, still to come. Emotional intelligence. What is it? And how can it affect the relationships you have at work? Find out when Healthy Lifestyle returns in just a moment.